knew a lot of the people there, you know what I mean? So I was like, I said hi to a few people, and I was like...
You can kind of get to know the people in the community.
I know. A lot of them I know from other networking things, too. Do you ever go to the NowWib? That would be a good one.
No, I don't know what that is.
It's National Organization of International Women in Business. I think I got it. I think that's right. So that's a good one, too. You can go to 2 of them free before you join. It's only like $100 a year. And then they have a lunch on each side of town once a week. So like this Tuesday's Binkley's if you want to go. I took my assistant to one, so this will be my second one. I've joined it twice. I joined it, and then you get so busy. Like that's ideal if you're so busy that you don't need to do the networking things. And then I joined it again after COVID. But yeah, it's always a good group of people, and they have like they've got like a dinner once a year, and a big luncheon once a year. The luncheon when I went with one of my assistants, I think maybe I've joined it like 3 times. It was at Ruth Chris, and they had like stuffed chicken and filet, and it was delicious. They had really good speakers.
There you go.
So yeah, this Tuesday it's at Binkley's in Broad Ripple, so it's like close to you.
It is.
I think they've got one on the south side, one downtown, and one at like north. I think it was at Giordano's, but they changed around. Which I love some Giordano's. I'm like, can you just order one piece of Giordano's?
No, you gotta order the whole...
An entire pie. It's delicious, but I don't think that would be sustainable. Look for my business. Binkley's, there's lots of good, like, healthy options, too.
I've been to Binkley's, actually.
It's really good. Oh, my gosh. I don't even like fries, but they've got, like, a truffle... And it's not on the Parasite Cleanse diet anyway, but they've got, like, this truffle aioli sauce. I might get some of that and just stick it on a burger with no bun. I think that will pass. How's your jaw feel?
Good.
Okay, so we're going to put this on the lady frequency. The frequency for the ladies. Hi, friends. Hola, Lucita. Hi, Nicholas. We're here with Miss Megan.
Hi, guys.
Ms. Megan. Oh, I gotta go get some towels. Today we're gonna be talking about psychology and psychedelics. It's gonna be fun.
Psychedelics.
So do you want to, Megan's been doing a lot of her research while I'm grabbing some towels. Do you want to tell them a little bit more about what you've learned?
Sure. So a lot of psychedelic research is emerging because it's coming out, except for the MDMA organization, MATS is what it's called. The organization has been doing research for over 30 years on it since the U.S. government, because I know everyone from the U.S. government has pulled the backing of it, and it is now a level 3. Specifically, certain psychedelics are a level 3 DA thing, so there's some issues around it. Yeah. So that part is cool, but a lot of people have seen a lot of benefits from it. In the U.S., a lot of people use ketamine, Spravato. Like in clinics you can use that, but they are trying to test it out more with other kind of psychedelics. But psychedelics have been around for like literally thousands of years in different tribes, in different ways. So yeah, you can use it. A lot of people have really good success with it for mental health, specifically trauma. I know for a fact the VA was testing it out for a while with veterans in America who have PTSD. And I've seen really good results with it. The important part with psychedelics and psychology, though, is integration.
Integration, yeah.
Because you have to, and your intention of what you're going in. Because if you're just going in with la-di-da-da, let's have a good time.
Intention and environment.
Yes.
As well. It's good to have a guide. I've been in many unofficial guides. And I've been around people like this. People, places, and things matters so much with psychedelics. Because you can either be helping to heal yourself from trauma or inflaming and aggravating and adding to trauma. It'll go one way or the other. It's like there's no in between with psychedelics.
No, a lot of people on social media call it like the ego death if it goes badly. like your ego death.
There's more than that. Ego death can be a good thing.
That is true, but
like, you know, we want to gain balance in that. A lot more people would be better humans if they, you know, let the ego die a little bit, but it's not so much death, it's more like integration. You want the ego and the spirit to work together in balance and harmony. No, but you can have bad traumatic trips before too. And it depends on depends on the hallucinogen too. You know, if it comes from God, it's usually good. But I know some people who there's like these devil's trumpets.
What are those?
It's like, I don't know, it's like a spiky ball. And they read online, they're like, oh, you can eat, and they like grow on trees. They're local, right? This was back in high school. And then they got in trouble. They got picked up by the cops because like one of them was having a conversation with a mailbox. They were like teenagers. You see, that's a good example of like non-guided, you know, just eating random shit off trees.
Okay, this flex is like in my ribcage.
Maybe try to move it down a little bit.
Yeah.
You need to wrap your neck first. Wrap that neck up.
You should always have a guide or a therapist or...
Yeah, you know, like usually, you know, when I was younger, I just, you know, did it to do it. I was like trying to get kicked out of the Mormon church, so I'd go to school tripping. And, you know, it did unintentionally actually heal some stuff. Ego to all kinds of stuff like that, right? But now as an adult, as I've done it, if I'm doing it with other like Reiki masters, shamans. We have an intention going in. We're doing Reiki on each other, sound bowls. It's a very like spiritual, intentional way to do it. And I think that that's like the way you should do it.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Some shamans in like, where is it? A country in like South America.
Mm-hmm.
They've been using the same training for like thousands upon thousands of years.
Yeah, and a lot of mine will just like come to me. Like I do like a lot of shamanic stuff, and it's other times I've had it where it's like the universe is bringing it to me, and I'm like going through a super stressful time in my life, and I'm like, no, I just got to do this, and then like these opportunities come about, like, hey, you want to do this, and I'm like, no, I can't do that, I got to do this, and then finally I'll break down after the third. I'm like, fine, might as well.
You're like, it's...
And like literally, like I've had like, you know, when the lady was embezzling, my spa manager here was embezzling money, that happened to me, and I was down in Miami.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I was like trying to figure it out, and I just loved her so much. She would never do that. Just because you love somebody doesn't mean they love you. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the many lessons we learned from that situation.
Is that the same person who tried to steal your identity?
Different people.
You have weird experiences.
Yeah, very intense. So she's trying to also, so then finally I eat these mushrooms, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it was like the cloud moved, and it was like a bunch of like stars of ideas of like things that were happening. And I was having like people come up to me that didn't know me, like they'd meet me for the first time. Oh, hey, talking about the spa. I was like, yeah, I have a spa in Indiana too. And they're like, oh, how long has it been since you've been there? So long. Oh, you don't think they're stealing from you? Oh, they would never do that. They're like family. And people I didn't even know, multiple. So like the universe will be your guides will be trying to speak to you through other people.
Yeah.
You have to be open to listen. Also a healthy part of the ego death. You know what I mean? The ego just isn't about yourself or like arrogance or something, but it's really about these ideas that we have, you know? So yeah, it was like each of these little stars was these little ideas and things. It was like all the dots connected, the smoke cleared, and I could see like exactly what was going on without any rose-colored glasses, and exactly what I needed to do to fix it.
Get rid of her.
And but I'm on the other side of the country. It wasn't that easy.
That's fair.
And I had to shut the fuck up because how long is it going to take me to get there? So we had to like plot it out. So I waited for the certain amount of time, and then I played possum. Like she was trying to tell my dad, who was like ill, that like I owed her all this money. Meanwhile, I have like documentations. I got documents like from different people, different sources of her like stealing. We had all kinds of information on it. But I was just playing like into her little thing. You know what I mean? I was like, well, listen, just tell her that I'm going to come up there and I might like sign over the spa to her. Because she was trying to tell my dad like, oh yeah, she needs to give me the spa or this. And like, the more you give them a little thing and let them win, like the more, if they're crazy like that anyway, the more crazy and wild they'll go with it. You just think that like, make them think that they're like winning or whatever. And then I just showed up, and first I took like a bottle of champagne and I left it on the counter, and they don't drink, you know, at the spa. And I have the security system. I can see where they go in and out. You know what I mean? And then she freaked out. She's like, who's been at the spa? This is my spa now, not yours. You need to tell anybody who's coming over here. Like, literally, the audacity was insane. Insane. And so I was already there, right? And then I just sat there, like, on Monday, or I waited till and I was staying at a friend's house really close to the spa. And I just waited for the thing to come in. She wasn't supposed to be in. There wasn't any clients. And, like, I would literally be selling packages over the phone. And then she was having them do refunds and then get her cash and give her at a cheaper price at cash. So I was having all these chargebacks happen. She was just evil lady. Very Christian. Like not to say, but she was very, like, wearing that cape of the this and that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, God, this, God, that, whatever. She wolf in sheep's clothing type. And so then I just popped up. And I remember I went through, like, these curtains that went into this room I had for, like, migraines. We had, like, oxygen lounges, foot spas, massage chairs and stuff. And her husband sitting there, and I'm like, what's up? And he was just like, I was like, what's up with you? He was like, what are you doing here? I was like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, every year I've owned this business, it's grown 300%. And I've been gone for 9 months. And now it's dropped, like, 3,000%. Just trying to figure out, like, what's going on there. You know what I mean? Why we're having all these chargebacks, this, and that. And she was like, you could see the demon in her eyes, be like, I'm caught. And then she tried to run to the back office with it. And I had a friend with me recording everything to, like, go to, like, these payment plans or whatever, like, these things. And I was like, no, you can come out of here. You can come out of here. Let's all sit here together. Let's have a little conversation. She's like, I swear, I didn't take anything from you. And she was trying to tell all my clients I was, like, racist. I'm like, bitch, why would I hire a black woman if I was racist? Like, to run my spa from the other side of the country. I was like, whoever believes that, like, none of you are allowed back around here anymore. You can go have fun with your fat cavitation. Let me know how that goes. But yeah, that was wild because I had so many people from, like, people I didn't even know. And even, like it gets even crazier. Like, the first time I had a feeling, I asked her about something, and, like, I was kind of setting her up to see, oh, if she says this, then she's over here trying to play me. If she says this, it's going to be that. And she said that. And I'm just like, because I'm on the other side of the country. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, dude, like, my heart and my energy dropped. And I was like, I was smoking a cigarette. I started to, like, roll up the window. I'm just, like, in shock. You know what I mean? And, like, what do I do next? And the whole fucking car died.
Oh.
Like, I feel like my energy, like, zapped the computer. The computer brain was dead. It was only, like, 70,000 miles on the car. It was, like, a brand Jeep. It was, like, my, like, dream car at the time, you know? And it happens at like, in Opala. I didn't even know. We just called AAA. I'm outside trying to figure out, talk to my CPA, talk to this person, see who can I go do what over in Indiana. And I'm just pacing out inside in front of this church. Finally, the AAA guy gets there, and he's like, yo, don't worry, I'm strapped. And I'm like, what? Why? And he was like, do you know where we're at? He's like, this is Opalaka. This is, like, the murder capital of Miami. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, thank God we were just, like, Jesus must have been walking with me that day up and down in front of the church. He, like, even the tow truck guy, he was, like, a big guy. He was just like, keep a lookout. Why didn't you call the police? And I was just like, it's crazy. Like, that's why I'm always praying to be very, like, in tune with the messages I receive. You know what I mean? And if something, like, smells or is acting weird over there, I'm just going to go to wherever the light is. Oh, that's shiny over there? Okay, we're going to go over here. You know?
Yeah. And
then it's, like, less whitewater rapids. More, like, smooth tubing trip down the river. You want a nice, smooth tubing trip? No whitewater rapids. We had enough of that.
You're like, no more.
No more.
That was crazy, though.
I know.
You had a crazy big spa, then.
Yeah, it was big. It was just like, it started to get dangerous over there, you know what I mean? So, another thing, that I had a lot of clients, they're like, why don't you move your spa to Carmel? Why don't you move your spa? Because my spa is, like, beautiful and, like, it's way cheaper here. And then, you know, the universe wanted me up here. There we go. Ooh. So it started to get dangerous, and then somebody wanted me to, like, take over half of their spa up here, and thank God all that happened too. My lease was up at the right time. So now I just try to, like, not make it so hard on myself. I'm like, if this is where the universe wants me to go, like, what do you want me to do?
You're like,
what's the next smallest step, you know? And did you have any signs like that when you started your business?
Well, have you heard how I started my business?
No.
So I started my So Jamal and I are going to move to Florida, ironically enough.
What part of Florida?
Orlando area.
Oh, that's so fun.
Well, his sister lives there because, yeah, she works at Disney. And so we're like, okay, cool. And then, so I was at a group practice myself, and I was like, and she knew we were going to move to Florida. And we, like, the day we were supposed to meet to, like, for us to talk about, like, transitioning me out to go solo by myself and do telehealth only, Jamal got laid off from his job, like, that exact day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, but we've been in this limbo for a while, so I'm just going to say, like, at the end of this summer, I'll, like, go on my own way, right?
Mm-hmm.
She says, great, because I want to go back to solo practice. My friend calls me, like, mid-July and says, hey, where I'm working is closing in a week and a half. Can I come work for you?
And you had just went solo?
I hadn't even been solo. I was still working at the other place.
Oh, so she was wanting to work with you at the other place.
No, this is really, it's complicated. She was already working with me at the other place. But
Oh, okay.
She knew the other person was going solo, right?
Oh, okay.
And so this is like a second place.
So she was like, will you be our leader?
Yeah.
That's
And so
cool.
I was like, sure. And so then that's how I started a group practice. So I think that was the universe dropping it in my whole entire lap.
Yeah, I love it. And like how many therapists do you guys have there now?
4. And we have an intern starting in November.
4 years? Wow.
No, 4 therapists. How long have we been there?
Oh, yeah,
A
yeah.
year.
Sorry.
We're a baby.
My brain was skipping ahead.
You're good. You're thinking in the future.
It was. We always think in the future. Pin. I was looking for pin. Okay, sorry. I'm just used to going through there and like putting people in timeout. I'm like, that's not what we're doing. I got it. Thanks, Lucita.
Yeah. So we've been around. Like, we celebrated a year in August.
So you have 4 and then you have 1 more that's starting?
We have an intern that's starting
Ooh, exciting. When's she starting?
the week of Thanksgiving. Because
Oh,
that's when the
nice.
school schedule is, which I think is weird, but oh well.
What school schedule?
Her school schedule. 'Cause
Oh,
she's an
okay.
intern. She's a
That's
grad.
cool. So you're doing the internship through her college or whatever?
Yeah, through her grad program.
Nice. I don't think not every business fits for internships, but I think that psychology, that would be a good one.
Well, you have
Maybe engineering too.
Yeah. So therapy, you have to intern or do practicums before you graduate.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can't. They're just not gonna like graduate you without like doing the work.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now they just work for the grade, or is it paid internships?
It's a stipend. Internships are weird.
It's a what? What'd you call it?
Stipend.
Stipend. Okay, so what does that mean for you as a business owner?
I pay them like a monthly salary, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
But this is a huge thing that bothers me in this therapy world is a lot of internships are unpaid,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, why?
Yeah, because anyway, when I had employees, everything's an internship because I'm teaching you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So mine was just like, hey, you're gonna make $15 an hour. But I've given people a raise on the first day, even in an internship, even as an assistant. Yeah, because mine is like, if you're gonna put out more, I'll pay you more, and they can always earn commission. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what position they have. So I mean, I've had employees who've made $800 in commission in one day, and all they do is ring it up.
That's so much money.
I know, right? I was like, I paid very well because I want to hire people that are like, that want to stay and want to do it. But yeah, I've given a girl a raise from like, she did so much, and I was like, I was so grateful for her. Like, I had so much going on, and it was just like the one of me, and she got so much in one day. Like, I was like, you get a raise today to $20 an hour, and here's a tip. I was like trying not to cry because we got so much done. I just remember keep counting on my fingers, and I was like, we got all this done in like, it's only 2.5 hours. Like, oh my gosh, she's gonna be here for another hour and a half, my angel. And I'll give bonuses too. Like, if we got a certain project that's due by a certain deadline, if we finish it, then, because I've always like incentive based work. That's just how I work better,
So
like,
I pay people, yeah.
So like, that's why I bartended. I worked, I don't like the idea of like an hour of your life is this much,
Here's
like,
$7.
we'll start it there. And then if you do better, there's opportunities to earn more. And then it's still based on that person and how that they want to work,
It's probably weird for you then, just to be by yourself with an assistant.
No, it's very peaceful.
Oh, you've told me that in the
It's
past.
very peaceful. I'm very grateful for the time that I had with my employees. I learned so much from them as they learned from me. And that's why I'm so good at like now I like to train like professionals or teams, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How to do like my specific thing. Because also you don't really get a return on your investment a lot of times, you know what I mean? You're taking all this time and it's slowing it down, and you know, so now we're turning that return on investment into like helping other professionals just add this kind of stuff that I do to their existing businesses, or help them start a business if they just gotten out of school. Or so I have quite a few people who've actually like they decided to become an esthetician or massage therapist because they want to do like my kind of stuff. So if they're already enrolled in school for that, then I can train them at the same time. They just obviously can't, like, you know, but they're paying for training.
Yeah.
If you want me to teach you, you pay me. Or you can watch online on the YouTube live streams for free and learn all kinds of cool stuff.
Like psychedelics.
Like about psychedelics.
No, psychedelics are cool though.
Oh
I truly think that's where mental health is heading.
Absolutely. It just really helps you get out of like that.
Yeah. When I was touching up on my research today, I was learning about the neutral. I forget it's I forget what it's
DMT.
Yeah, no DMM or something.
What's that?
Mode. Our bodies like just automatically do things pretty much.
And you call that what mode?
I forget what it's called. It's like a neutral mode.
You have to let us know next time.
Yeah. I've done a lot since I've remembered. Anyways. But really our brain, especially with like major depressive, gets stuck in like a mode kind of. And so like psychedelics come in and like can create different
pathways. Yeah, that's exactly how it feels. Like in your brain, it feels like there's like stuck gears and they can't get off the track. And then this helps to kind of like, just like when we do like we're breaking stuff up in the body and the face, it helps to like break through the bullshit, like the plaque that's in your energy field in your mind and how it's working, and allows you to see the different opportunities. Because sometimes your brain is just stuck and it's like between a rock and a hard place. You can't see the other opportunities, you know, to get you out of a mindset or situations or whatever.
So people have these in their trips and like it really helps them out. Especially if you're doing it within the setting of like integration or
that's the best.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'll do them now. You know what I mean? It's going to be for like a purpose. I try not to resist it so much, but I usually do. Because usually when like the universe is bringing some kind of psychedelic in my life, there's something going on that I'm like, I don't have time to do anything. And it's like, it's almost like when they say like, you know, if you don't have time to meditate for an hour, then meditate for like 2 hours or something kind of thing. It's like similar energetic experience.
Yeah.
It is so relaxing, Mary. It's relaxing. We're also doing some lymphatic drainage, doing a little bit of Reiki. She's a therapist, so when you're helping others, a lot of times, you know, it's kind of unavoidable to kind of soak in their energy as they're releasing it to you. So it's very important to keep our spiritual and energetic hygiene exceptional. If you're touching people at all, whether you're touching their soul, their mind like she is, or touching their face or their hair or anything, you can pick up that energy. So I love the vibration plate for that. Obviously everything we do is like getting rid of stuff, but especially you can see that on people who like are caretakers of like elderly people. A lot of times they build up stuff really fast.
Oh my gosh. Do you know, so every cell at the end of it has, what is it called? Tobamon? I forgot what it's called.
Pokemon.
No. Gotta catch them.
Telomeres.
Yeah, telomeres. Yeah. Which tell you how like old you actually are.
Yeah, so you can have like a biological age. There's a lot of people with biohacking that are like in their 50s who are biologically like 27 now, which is freaking amazing. And I'm sure it goes the other way too.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, because you were talking about caregivers.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading something that like if you take the longer, like people who are taking care of dementia patients, like if your parent has dementia and you take care of them, it actually shortens your
telomeres.
Yeah, telomeres.
Togomons. That's cute though. I do that with new words too.
Whatever. But so there's research that shows that, or like if you have really stressful, like if you're like parent of a special needs child.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So as you're talking about like your body holds a stress, it really does and can affect your like aging process.
I think it's so cool that they're doing more studies on that now, because a lot of that stuff that they're finding out and they actually have real like science and studies on is stuff that has been considered like woo-woo for years. Now the woo-woo came true.
A lot of the woo-woo comes true.
A lot of the woo-woo comes true.
Like manifesting has a lot of research behind it.
Yeah, now manifesting has a lot of research behind it, and we talk about all the time. Like I've talked about that with every single client today. Actually, like the importance, and like Portia and I were talking about it last night on the live stream. When you're a very powerful manifester, and this comes up in a lot of readings and energy healings that I do with a lot of people, because a lot of times I have a lot of clients who are also like healers, you know, and so it's more, you know, we're doing healing within them, but then also they're learning a lot that they can share with other people. I think that's just the way of like the shaman and the healer. We're just always like, oh, you do this, and then, you know, we add on, because that's why we do the live streams, so more people can learn, grow, and glow about all of this kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, the worrying is like wishing for things you don't want. I'm like, stop worrying. Like I can feel people's worry energy. It feels like sharp knives on my skin. Like, stop worrying. And I'll tell people, like, look, if you're worrying about something, like, first of all, you got to get off that track. You know, I like that. That's why I think these little bracelets, like, of course, there's like crystals. The crystals have different meanings, but these are great tools to like reprogram your brain if you're in some kind of negative stress spiral. And like it happens to me too, just like the other day when I was, you know, doing my face and we were getting rid of some red spots up here. Just because I'm an esthetician doesn't mean I never get red spots. It just means I can fix it faster. Just because I'm an energy healer doesn't mean my energy is perfect all the time. Just means I have the tools and I know how to fix it faster.
This feels better today.
Oh my gosh, I feel so much better today. Finally, that knot's gone.
I've been doing that underarm thing, you remember?
Oh, perfect.
Well, if I'm doing it right, I have no idea. But I do it when I look in the mirror in the morning and do my skincare.
Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while to get through that neck, but it's so important. The guy who we just finished his hair restoration, or he's got one more session around Halloween, he'll be on the live stream. We had to do quite a few sessions just on his neck. Like I would do a little bit up here, but you can't break up too much or it'll get stuck. But probably the first 3 or 4, we had to break up a lot from the neck. And the face, we got to break that all up. But I think probably like the last 2-3 sessions, we mostly were able to just do hair. Everything was like pretty smooth and flowing.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Last 2, we definitely did all hair. It's looking so good. Like nobody would ever tell that it was like thinning before. He's got one little spot, and it, like you can feel it's like just like the knots in your body. It's like the knots in the face. He's got like one there and there. That I just want to finish clearing out, because if we don't, it'll keep building up, and those areas will get thin again. But I have to like move his hair around to kind of see where it's still growing in. There's a little thin spot, so. But I'm a perfectionist with my art pieces, so I want to make sure that if we're doing it, it's going to stay looking good for a long time.
Well, people invest so much money into it.
They do, yeah. So, and he isn't doing any aftercare either. Really, the best way to do it is how she's doing it. You know, we do the things, we make her better. I give her homework, she does the homework. She comes back, and I'm like, oh, I can tell you've been doing your homework. Like,
the homework takes like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I know. Like some of it, like he bought like the thing for his head. I'm like, you haven't been doing your aftercare. I was like, you know, all of your hair would have been growing back at probably about like 8 treatments if you were doing anything. It's like going to the dentist and then never brushing your teeth or flossing. I'm like, I'll just wait. I go to the dentist twice a year.
But once again, it's all black, so.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't think it's the same kind of black, but you know.
They're starting to do more studies on that. Like I have a lot of clients who own like hormone centers, like to give hormones for like menopause or testosterone for men, like low T.
Hormones affect your mental health, by the way.
Absolutely. I feel like it's amazing they finally admitted that, like, because they were like almost like blacklist labeled for like women to get hormones or men to get hormones as they age, even though it makes such a difference. So I think that would help so much with, you know, I had PCOS. I didn't find out until I was like in my 20s, and they didn't test for it. They were like testing for like diabetes and shit like that. But to have figured that out when I was younger, that would have been cool. But then they would have put me on like medications, and I've been able to balance it with, you know, exercise, diet, supplements, which is the way I would prefer versus having to be on some kind of prescription forever. But so we've got a lot more hormone people that are coming on to the end of the year.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Some people who do bioidentical stuff. They do the medical stuff. Next week, we've got a pelvic floor therapist physical therapist who's coming on. Our very first Flux with Friends was with a pelvic floor yoga specialist, if you want to go watch that one. And we included a couple like little moves that you can do on your own with just like a strap or whatever. Anytime you come here to see me, you're gonna leave with homework to do. Because the best thing, it's my biggest job as like an esthetician, as an energy healer, is to give you the tools and the power to be able to help take care of yourself and keep taking care of your own skin, your own mental health, like your own energy, all those things.
We do the same in therapy, because like you're on therapy for an hour a week.
Exactly. And like that's why I loved partnering with you, because of your guys' philosophy on that, you know?
Well, you have to be holistic in your approach for treatment.
Absolutely. And I really love, like, whenever so I met her at a Beauty Boost fitness event, and then we went and said hi, took cute pictures with her yesterday. She was at, like, a spooky event they did. And I love how you integrate the physical with the mental. Because she gives away these little squish things. And then you make, what do you call them, the sensory boxes?
I call them soothing boxes. Everyone calls them sensory boxes, though. But it's kind of like, if you ever see us at a beauty events, plug in for them. It's a physical representation in a box of like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. So like 5 things you can see, like, right? Because if you're like super activated and like dysregulated, you're not going to be able to think of things. So you can just grab a little box. Actually, if you're watching this, you should make your own clipping box at home in general.
Okay, so we should do that at your office.
Yeah, I have all the stuff.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, we'll plan a time to do a live stream where we'll make one at her office. Then you can see where she's at. We haven't been to her office yet on the live stream. And then we can make one together.
Well, yeah, with a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah. If there's anything that they could get ahead of time in case they wanted to make it right with us.
So squishies.
Squishies.
I have your squishy in my hand right now. And then coloring pages and crowns can work. Scent things, peppermints, Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh, I love Sour Patch Kids.
Lemon warheads. Lemon drops, and then like warheads. Airheads. Warheads are something like things on top of bombs.
Yeah, we'll have to look at all that, and then I'll actually put together a little Amazon
wish list.
What was it called?
I don't know.
I have the Amazon storefront thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's like I put little folders for different stuff that we do, different detox stuff. So we'll put a bunch of stuff on there. I'll do that tonight when I'm fluxing. Yes, it's my turn to flux my legs. I'm so excited. My legs have needed it. And
do you just flex daily?
I wish. No. So sometimes you're dehydrated. You gotta like honor the body, you know? Or I'm so tired. It's better. You gotta know, like, sleep is one of the most important things for any kind of wellness fitness journey.
If your sleep's not on I read an article, I think it was in Time magazine, like years ago. If your sleep's out of whack, your whole entire health, no matter what you're doing, is gonna be out of whack.
Yeah, you know, like same thing as like, you know, trying to do like 2 days or whatever. You're gonna be like working extra hard. You have an extra risk of injuring yourself, of increasing cortisol levels, which will make you fat. You know, I've worked out, like I was doing too much before. When I had kicked in, I gained a bunch of weight on purpose just to show people like how fast you can lose it with our machines. And I lost 11 inches in one day. When we have people who fly in, we're trying to do the most in a short amount of time. So a lot of times people will come in and we'll do 2 appointments a day. So they'll come in the morning and then for 2 hours, we'll do that, an hour of this, usually on the body, and then an hour of the flux following that. And then their whole mission is to like hydrate, take whatever vitamins, take a nap. They can go do a sauna, and then they come back in the evening and we do a second appointment. So I did that little experiment. Still gotta put the video together for it. And I wanted to show people, I wanted to get big enough to like look pregnant, you know. It was also like a sneaky marketing idea because there was a bunch of people talking shit. So I just gave them something to talk about. And then I was like, oh, just kidding. It was like a psychology experiment. People were mean, though. Like, people that I thought were my friends. I had people telling me I should starve myself. You could tell they were so happy. They're like, yeah, her shit stopped working, blah, 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 blah. And it was just like...
You weren't doing this stuff, though.
It was really... I was gaining a bunch of weight on purpose, but I wasn't telling anyone, you know? It unintentionally kicked in the PCOS, so that was another... unintentional learning exercise. It just started to be like a educational experiment just to show people. And I don't care, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care about, like, I know that it's gonna work. Like, if I wouldn't have gained 45 pounds on purpose if I didn't think it was going to work. And I lost 11 inches a day. Nobody else's body sculpting can do that in the world. If you find them, let me know, because we need to be best friends and we need to share secrets. Maybe we can create some devices together. So I just wanted to, like, it was my little experiment. I guess that was a little ego driven, but people were being mean, like talking shit about my stuff, and their shit I know didn't work. So I was like, okay, well, if your shit works, then you gain 45 pounds and lose 11 inches in a day.
See how that goes.
And then everybody shut the fuck up.
No. I mean, speaking of psychedelics, this is the topic of the day. People say it's like 10 years of therapy in like 8 hours.
It literally is. Or even, like, no, I've had DMT trips that were like 5 minutes, that were like multiple lifetimes of therapy.
Yeah. So for you, speaking of things you can do in a day, you have to prepare though. Like if you're doing actual psychedelic.
Yeah, if you're not in like a good space, like DMT, like I was like a very seasoned psychedelic user at the time, because you will have it's gonna magnify like whatever's going on in your mind, in your world, in your soul. So you need to be in a good space to do it. That's why so many times I've been like offered, and the universe has brought me opportunities to do mushrooms, and I was just like, okay, I'm not in the headspace to do this. But it just so happened that it was what I need to get me into the right headspace to like move forward in my life in the way that was, going to be either the most prosperous or the least painful.
This is painful right now.
Yeah. Ugh. So those same things, like when people are balding, people get those knots, but they're way worse. Yours, I can just like move with my fingers. But yeah, I did my first hair restoration of the season, and I was being such a baby. I was like, why is my head so sensitive?
Because it hurts.
It does. And a lot of people don't realize we get those knots in our head, especially she's got like long, gorgeous hair. Like, she's never going to see what her scalp looks like. You know what I mean? Nobody needs to know if she's got a weird head or not. You can see on bald guys, a lot of times look at the hot dog neck.
Oh my.
And I swear, having the hot dog neck, having that congestion in there, there's got to be, it doesn't help. Like people who might have like a stroke, like obviously, you know what I mean? A stroke or something. I feel like all that congestion blocking blood flow can just be bad for so many freaking reasons. Aneurysms, whatever. You want everything to be able to flow in every part of the body.
You feel the flex flow being looser though. That's weird. So it is looser though down here.
Yeah. You probably lost a little. Then you're gonna be so thirsty and so hungry.
I'm thirsty.
We're taking it easy on you today on the face. We're just doing nice lymphatic. But I'm getting so much done just with the lymphatic drainage now that little knot's gone. I'm gonna snatch the jawline just a little bit. Fluff the lips just a little bit. A little lift here. I'm such a perfectionist with my art pieces. I'll start thinking about your face like the day before, or your body. I'm like, ooh, and then we're gonna do that hip like this.
Really?
Yes. I'm like, I love my job. It's my favorite form of art. I've been a paid artist since I was 11. I started doing portraits. But when you're working on people, we were just talking about this in the last live stream, like people say thank you. People, like when they're your art pieces, like, and they regain that confidence and that self-love, like they can go change the world after that. These paintings are beautiful. Yes, they're like Reiki charged and it helps me with the healing and they're awesome, but it's nothing like seeing somebody regain their own confidence and they go conquer the world and go change other lives. It's like just so beautiful.
You know the saying, hurt people?
Yeah.
I heard it recently that someone says the opposite of that is healing people, heal people.
It's true. It's so true.
I was like, I've never looked at it. That's a more positive way to look at it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And sometimes, like, you can even, the best way to, like, heal people who are, like, hurt people who are hurting people is just to, like, hold a mirror up to them. Like, that's not acceptable.
By the way,
I don't hang out with people like that. So I'm going to pray for you. I hope you heal. Maybe get some therapy.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll run into each other another time when you're in a better energy.
I had my own therapist one time. An old therapist I had one time said, she said there's a comedian on therapist on, like, Netflix. I was like, when people say they're in therapy, good, but you shouldn't tell me you're in therapy. I should just know.
Right? There you go. I like it.
You should just know you're healing.
I like that. Lucita said go play in traffic. Lucita, you're hilarious. See, that's my besties don't play that. We don't play that over here.
No, but psychedelics do help a lot with a lot of different people with like resistant depression.
Absolutely. I've had some amazing experiences. I've done peyote before. That was freaking rough. Peyote is like similar to like ayahuasca, I guess. After doing peyote, that was cool. I'm glad I did it. Did it help me grow? Absolutely. Do I ever need to do any other psychedelic where I'm like throwing up and pooping all the time? No. I'm good. We marked that off the list. Peyote counts for this ayahuasca. I'd rather just have a little like mushrooms with my shaman friends, hug some trees, cry a little bit, have some tea, like.
Do that. No, but they're, yeah. I mean, I think your body's purging both the physical and the emotional that they're up.
Oh, no. I mean, it was definitely beneficial. It was both. Like, I did a lot more intense psychedelics when I was leaving the Mormon church. I did a ton of acid. I had a lot of those ego deaths and, like, facing the darkness and facing the shadows and stuff before I was even, like, 20. So, thank goodness, you know. I think, honestly, I did the most of it before I was even 18, so I was still a minor. And I did a lot. I mean, I think I ate acid every day for, like, 45 days straight once.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I think it gave me superpowers. Like it unlocked the being able to like connect with both the realm, like energy healing stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it just helped to unlock a part of our brain that like is like dormant in a lot of us. You know, I think it's something that everybody could do. You know. I don't have an accurate protocol for that. I'm not like recommending it.
No. You should talk to experts.
Talk to experts. That's just my experience. We don't do any guided meditations with any of that kind of stuff either. I just happen to do it with other healers when it happens. Sometimes we plan it. We also don't want to do too much too, you know. I just happened to do. That was just, you know, I was a child. So I was trying to get kicked out of the Mormon church. So I become like tripping balls. At first I just started with the Starbucks. You know what I mean? Because Mormons aren't allowed to drink coffee.
So I come in with dirty Cokes.
Yeah, I would come in with a Frappuccino. Naughty, very naughty girl.
Those Frappuccinos don't even have coffee in them.
I know, right? It was like probably like a vanilla Frappuccino. I was like, look at me with my Starbucks. I'm being naughty. Because I was like Mormon, that was bad. But, you know, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't bad enough. And then I saw my friends who went the other way. Because a lot of Mormons, when they quit being Mormon, they just either like become a whore or they do drugs. And I saw my friends go through a lot of very negative experience who chose the whore route. Plus, I'm autistic. I don't really like people touching me unless I'm like, no, I'm like, ew, I don't know you. Don't even come too close. I can feel your energy touching me. It feels like spikes that are dirty. Like seriously, like as somebody with autism, literally people's energy can like hurt. And I understand that now and I can vocalize it. And I feel like a lot of reasons why some people are nonverbal, it's like they just don't know how to find the way and people like we like talking to them too much. See how I'm getting in that energy, like just thinking about it, like I can feel what they're feeling. And I feel like definitely like cannabis has helped me so much with that. I actually got a scholarship for a big one for steadily improving my GPA and attendance over the 4 years in high school. And the last 2 years is when I was like started using cannabis and psychedelics. But it helps to like declutter my mind.
Your mind is probably very cluttered.
And you see a lot of people who like there's lots of videos you can see on YouTube about people who are highly autistic, nonverbal. It just feels like just too much of people's energy all the time. That's why I would always go to Walmart after midnight. I like to go to the gym after midnight when like no one else, there's not so many. I like to do a lot of my computer work after dark when people are sleeping. I can just feel less people's energy in the Wi-Fi of life. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's like a lot of people, they like, especially with extreme autism, will they have seizures and they'll stop having seizures. And these people are like, you know, 20, even sometimes like 30 years old, even older. Parkinson's, it helps a lot with Parkinson's patients too. And it's just like the relief I felt the first time I had cannabis. I was like, oh, I finally feel normal. This is what normal people, everything's not screaming at me all the time. So I could like actually like focus on more stuff. And everybody's going to be different. You always want to consult your healthcare provider, but you know, we're talking about all the emerging research in this.
Cannabis, though, like, pot has been shown long-term to not help anxiety. It actually makes it worse.
Now that's for normal people.
Well,
not necessarily like autism.
I know, but I was just letting.
But also, yeah, and also like people, if you have risk of bipolar in your family, if you have a risk of bipolar, it can actually cause psychotic breaks. So it's really important to be mindful.
Anything that has psychosis, be careful with it.
Anything with psychosis, okay. Yeah, because it can kind of trigger that. And like, you know, I've had friends and they were cool on it forever. And then one time it was, they weren't just doing that, you know, drinking or doing whatever type, trying to self-medicate. But once it's flipped that switch, you can never go back down that hallway again without having like some kind of crazy episode.
And once a cucumber becomes a pickle, it can never become a cucumber again.
Right. And everybody's like brain and chemistry and stuff is different, you know. For me, like it doesn't make me messed up. It makes me able to communicate better, you know, and make eye contact and like slow my brain down and not be like overwhelmed. But I can also do too much too. And that's not like, we don't want to do that. We just want to be chill, balanced, effective communicator. Conscious.
Am I getting yelled at?
Yeah, you finished.
Oh, okay.
You won. You won a prize. Here, when you win, you actually lose because you're losing inches and you're losing stress and you're losing scar tissue and you're losing cellulite and you're using... A lot of times people don't know, like, cellulite can cause pain. People don't even realize it because it's, like, blocking the flow of our body and getting in the way. Like, the same knots that you get in the back, you get those everywhere. And sometimes it looks like cellulite. And sometimes it's deep and you don't see it. But when you work on enough bodies, I can look at somebody's back and see where their pain is because it's swollen, and I can be like, oh, there's the knots under there. And then when you get rid of it, then you have a beautiful sculpted back at the same time. It all goes together. Because our skin is really sending us messages. You know, it's not about things being like ugly, pretty, this or that, whatever. You know, our skin is like our warning system. Hey, something's messed up here. Hey, something's messed up here.
Like stress, you can get stress eyes.
Oh, yeah. Tired eyes. Yeah, my eyes, that picture we were taking yesterday, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I just need both of my eyes to stay open at the same time. Like, when I get like really tired, I've had like been hit in the head a lot with martial arts and street fights, whatever. Other things. So if I get really tired, like one of my eyes will blink before the other.
Really?
Yeah. And that's why when we were taking pictures yesterday, I was like, I have a lazy eye. And I was like, okay, 3 times the charm. Okay, they're both kind of open. That's good.
We're like, it's fine.
And I was like, okay, we are socialed out. Like, the autism mask is falling. My face is melting off.
And didn't you stop to go do live streams?
Yeah, but if I do the live streams, it's really just like me and Portia. Or it's like just me and you.
It's not like yeah.
It's not so many new people's energy. Or it's like a bunch of people, but there's still like a good distance because they're just on the other side of the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and I already know your energy. I don't have to like recalibrate to so many new people. Does that make sense?
It does. That's how I feel.
Okay.
To be fair, I was energy drained last night.
You look good though. You look so good.
Thanks. I know. Well, I was like sitting there before and I was like, oh my god, my energy is drained.
Mm-hmm. I was like, we can go this.
But
I knew you were going to be looking cute, so I was like, let's go take a picture for the YouTube live streams. This is going to be good.
Well, when you advertise your business, you can't just look like...
No, yeah, you got to look like business, right? I know, I was so tired before we sponsored... We're one of the sponsors for this, like, children's concert.
Oh, really?
It was, like, the first trick-or-treat of the season, like a safe trick-or-treat. And so we had to dress up. And I was just like, oh my god, thank God for wigs and sunglasses. I was just like, okay, as long as I cover the eyes. I've had that where like I can't, like the autism is just there. There's no energy to put the mask on. That's happened once right before my friend's podcast that I was supposed to be on. But she's paying for studio space. It's not like I can like miss that, right? And I tried to do like 3 different things. I like went and got different eyeliners, but the eyes were just looking googly. Like I don't know how to explain it. They were looking like freaking autism eyes. I can't be like on the camera like that. So I got these mirrored sunglasses. And I swear that fixed everything. It was actually like the best of her podcasts that she ever had on there. I was like, okay, just don't, my eyes need to be protected from the world. The veil is thin.
Ow.
I know. I was trying to be gentle with that one. I think that's the only hard one that's left in the neck and the chin, though. Everything else feels really good. There's a little one there, but that's not bad. We did mostly tranquilo today. Today I worked some magic on a new client. Oh my gosh, like we totally got rid of all of her forehead lines with no electricity, just my magic hands.
Oh, really?
Just keep getting better and better. Yeah, she was like amazed. I was amazed.
How long does it last when you just do your hands?
It depends on like how you take care of it. It depends on like the age of the skin, how much sun damage. Like you don't have a lot of sun damage. She didn't have a lot of sun damage. So I'm not having to like remake a lot of elastin and collagen. A lot of it I can just stimulate with my hands. And if somebody's prone to the forehead lines here, there's these stickers that I get. They're called smoothies. Especially like when you're stressed, if you're on the computer for long periods of time.
Smokers.
That really doesn't matter so much. It's just like if you're making this line, if you're making lines here.
I feel like I don't.
Yeah, you can put like one, like I would just, as preventative, this is fine here. There's triangle ones that I use, and you lift and separate them and then put it here. Because I can see like shadows coming in. Before the lines come shadows. But if you can come to see me when there's only shadows, then I work that out and then just tape it up. Or when you're sleeping, it'll also like instantly help stop with the nightmares. Like if you've ever had like night terrors, like where you like are having a nightmare and it's like actually affecting like your blood pressure and all these things, and then you wake up and then you go back into the same nightmare over and over and over again. Well, if you tape down that area, then you can't make that face, so you're less likely to trigger the emotions that come to this area.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I just like had a theory about it, and now everybody I've like tried it on who's like if you have nightmares. So I just try to wear it every night anyway. At my age, if I don't wear it like 5 nights in a row, then I'll get a line there. We don't like those. It started, I was like right around 29, and I started to see the shadows, and I'm like, oh, hell no, like I'm not getting Botox. I'm about to start to duct tape my forehead shut. And then I was like, maybe somebody's already created something like this. So I looked up like wrinkle stickers or something like that, or wrinkle tape. And I found Smoothies, Frownies, and Sio. My clients who have very dry skin, they liked the Frownies. My skin's oily. I can't get the Frownies to stick on my face, and none of my oily skin clients can either. But I love the Smoothies. Smoothies are my favorite. Like I said, I just get the triangle ones for in between here. If you've been on the live stream before, like I've got a ton of live streams and videos, shorts with me wearing it, because I tell you guys about it all the time. And I just think it's amazing. But pretty much it just holds that apart like a brace. The Smoothies do work best on like the hard surface, like a forehead. Oh. I found some other ones for like the bottom of like the mouth that kind of work really well. That's more like a medical tape type of thing called Tape Talks. That one's pretty good for the bottom of the mouth. But it always is still going to work better on like a hard flat surface, you know? Because pretty much you're just atrophying those muscles with the brace instead of paralyzing them with like Botox.
Oh, that makes sense.
And it helps so much with like headaches, migraines, any of those things. The lotion. Putting the lotion on the skin. I haven't even seen the chat. Hello. We are located in my spa here in Carmel, Indiana, Ella Bardo Esthetics and Wellness. Finished a little body sculpting. She tried out our workout time machine for the first time. How
cool.
was it?
It's cool.
How would you describe it?
Weird.
Weird?
I don't know. It feels like vibrations to your body.
It's a little intense in the beginning, but then I feel like it feels like a massage. Then once you like see and feel the results, because it's not just something you see, like feel. Like I was saying, I can't wait to do my legs because it really gets like that circulation and that lymph going. And it just like, especially I don't know, around like my period time, do you have, like my legs feel like heavy? Does that make sense?
It does. I have other body parts that feel heavy.
Yeah, and it just kind of gets the heaviness out of your body. Or if you've just worked out, I did a crazy strong leg day, and then I've been sore ever since. And it's probably time to do another one. I think I did that on like Sunday or Monday or something. So if I'm going to flux the legs, I might as well go lift again. And it helps to get that soreness out. It helps to accelerate healing time, recovery time after working out. Helps to detox your body from those lactic acids that causes the soreness. So it just feels so much better afterwards. Tickle, tickle. I know. I was saving it for the very end.
You said I didn't think we were doing this today.
Just a little bit. I said just a little bit.
That's fair. Okay.
Just at the end. This is why I gotta fight people. Oh my gosh, you're as bad as Sam today.
Who's Sam?
Sam is one of my best friends in Miami. I did his face on the live stream, and he's always like weird about his neck. And then I got the front of his face, except for his neck, looks so young. And then like from the side, I was like, "See, look at this is what happens. Your side of your neck looks your age." I was like, "I'm gonna strap you down to the massage table. I'm just gonna get you."
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
It's never tickled you this much.
I know, but it tickles. You probably should have done this with the flex on.
Okay, we're gonna do that next time. Okay, let me see their side. Hold your squish.
Squishy, squishy.
With both hands.
I lost the other one earlier.
It's okay, we washed those too.
I imagine.
You wash them, you can have one.
I have so many
like
squishies.
pens, you know. You gotta get pens with your logo on it.
I do have pens with my
I love your squishies. I think mine's in my car. Do you have any with you?
No.
Okay.
I don't carry them around. Those were the Halloween one because it was a Halloween themed event.
Oh, you have more than other different types of squishies. Those are so fun.
Well, why would I have Halloween ones and not Halloween?
I don't know. They were just cute. I just thought they were cute, fun ones.
They do. They have like little like strawberries and like unicorns and like
so
turtles and little rubber ducks.
They really work. Like if you're stressed, you just do a little squish squish and you're like, okay, I feel better. Okay, other side of the neck and we're done.
I already did the other side of the neck.
I didn't do the neck. If I break up the stuff in the chin, I gotta do the neck again. When we break up the stuff in the chin, we gotta do the neck again.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus loves you too, darling. Happy birthday, Nick. You can't see her over there, but it's hilarious.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. We're gonna set her free now. It's been so fun. I hope you had fun hanging out with us today.
We'll see you later.
We'll see you later. Next time, I'm not going to tell you what we're going to talk about next time because I'm going to say it now and then we're going to send each other a bunch of memes and stuff and decide on something else. So when we do decide about it, I'll post a short about it or a small picture or something. My brain needs food now. So love you guys so much. Bye.